The bus No. 375 to Fragrant Hills, China's most mysterious horror story. The bus ride to Fragrant Hills was infamous among locals, whispered about in hushed tones on chilly Beijing nights. They called it Bus No. 375, a vessel that traversed both space and time, delving into the heart of China's most enigmatic mysteries. On a fog-laden evening, 5 passengers boarded the decrepit bus, their faces etched with curiosity and apprehension. There was Mrs. Lei, the elderly widow with a penchant for ghost stories, Mr. Wang, the stoic businessman with a haunted past, little May, the spirited schoolgirl with an unshakable fascination for the unknown, Professor Zhang, the renowned historian whose obsession with the ancient Qing dynasty bordered on the eerie, and finally, Xiaoming, the reserved bus driver who seldom spoke about his nocturnal journeys. As the bus wound its way up the mist-shrouded mountain, tales of apparitions and lost souls crept into their conversations, blending with the rhythmic hum of the engine. Mrs. Li recounted chilling tales of spirits who wandered the hills, seeking redemption or revenge. Mr. Wang shared his encounter with a spectral figure that haunted him since childhood, its eyes burning with a spectral glow. Little May eagerly absorbed every word, her imagination painting vivid scenes of restless ghosts and forbidden rituals. Professor Zhang, however, remained unusually quiet. His mind was consumed by an ancient scroll. He had recently unearthed an artifact believed to hold the secret to eternal life. Hidden somewhere in the heart of Fragrant Hills, legends whispered of a curse that befell anyone who dared seek its power, a curse that promised both immortality and damnation. As the bus ascended further into the mist, time seemed to lose its hold. Shadows danced on the windows, casting eerie silhouettes of figures that vanished as quickly as they appeared. Xiaoming, the driver, steered the bus with an eerie calmness, his eyes fixed on the winding road ahead. Suddenly, the bus lurched to a halt. A thick fog enveloped them, swallowing the surroundings in an impenetrable cloak. Outside, the air grew dense with a palpable unease. Mrs. Li's hands trembled as she clutched her rosary beads. Mr. Wang's stoicism faltered, replaced by a primal fear clawing at the edges of his mind. Professor Zhang's eyes widened in realization. This was no ordinary fog, it was a manifestation of the curse, a warning from the ancient guardians of Fragrant Hills. A scroll, he knew, held the key to dispelling the curse, but its power came with a price that none had survived to tell. With trembling hands, Professor Zhang unfurled the scroll, its ancient characters glowing with an otherworldly light. He recited the incantation, each word echoing through the bus like a distant lament. The fog retreated, revealing a path illuminated by an ethereal glow. The bus rumbled forward, propelled by forces unseen, carrying them deeper into the heart of Fragrant Hills. But as they approached the summit, the air grew heavy with foreboding. Shadows stirred in the underbrush, whispering secrets of forgotten empires and vengeful spirits. The bus slowed to a crawl, its passengers gripped by an inexplicable dread. Then, with a deafening roar, the ground trembled beneath them. The bus shook violently, as if caught in the grip of a wrathful deity. Outside, figures materialized from the mist, spectral warriors clad in ancient armor, their eyes blazing with an otherworldly fury. They had disturbed the guardians of Fragrant Hills. Desperate, Professor Zhang beseeched the spirits for mercy, offering the scroll as a token of appeasement. The air crackled with unseen energy as the specters deliberated, their unearthly gaze piercing through the fragile veil between worlds. At last, a solemn whisper echoed through the bus, a warning to tread lightly upon the sacred grounds, lest the curse consume them all. With a final gust of wind, the apparitions vanished, leaving behind a silence that reverberated with the weight of centuries. As dawn broke over Fragrant Hills, the bus No. 375 descended the mountain, its passengers forever changed by their encounter with China's most mysterious depths. They carried with them a tale of ancient powers and spectral guardians, a tale whispered in hushed tones on chilly Beijing nights, a tale of bus No. 375 to Fragrant Hills. Wei couldn't shake the feeling that the spirit she encountered on bus No. 375 had left an indelible mark on her soul. As she walked away from the bus stop, the morning sun casting long shadows across the pavement, she glanced back at the aging vehicle. Its windows were opaque with frost, remnants of the chilling encounter just hours before. She hesitated, then turned to Mr. Chen, who had also disembarked and was standing nearby, his gaze fixed on the bus with a mixture of reverence and apprehension. Mr. Chen, Wei began tentatively, do you think we'll ever understand what happened tonight? Mr. Chen sighed deeply, his eyes never leaving the bus. Some mysteries are not meant to be understood. "Oi," he replied quietly. "Perhaps it's enough to know that there are forces beyond our comprehension, weaving their stories in the fabric of our world." Wei nodded thoughtfully, her mind racing with the images and sensations of the night. She glanced once more at the bus, then turned to walk away, leaving the mysteries of bus No. 375 behind. But as she walked through the bustling streets of Beijing, she couldn't help but feel a lingering presence, a whisper of cold wind, a fleeting shadow in the corner of her eye. She knew that the haunting of bus No. 375 would stay with her, a reminder that some truth lie beyond the veil of ordinary reality. And so, the legend of bus No. 375 continued to echo through the city, passed down in whispers and half-told tales. For those who dared to listen, it was a cautionary reminder of the thin boundary between the living and the dead, between what we know and what we fear. As for Wei, she would continue her investigations into the unknown. Forever haunted by the night, she rode the bus into China's most mysterious depths.